Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. Here's a headline that was published by you today. The XRP alt season can now begin. Let me explain why I think this is a fascinating subject. And I was just discussing this the other day, it's something I can totally believe. No one, including myself, can say with certainty that it will. There has never been a time like this before in terms of regulatory ambiguity. The likes of this event do not appear in any other historical records. Therefore, no one can say for sure. And it is significant on a global scale. Sure, have some fun with it. The Americans think that their nation's decisions will have far-reaching effects because of the scope of their legal system. Yes, that will happen despite your laughter. The United States is an economic superpower that dominates globally, so of course that will have an impact. To compete is natural, and I get that. However, the fact that the United States government has complete and total control over the US dollar is of far greater significance. And there is no way to separate any of these issues. This decision would be meaningless if it weren't being made in the United States, where it can have real economic consequences and where the United States maintains control over the United States dollar. Therefore, this debate wouldn't carry the same weight if it were taking place in, say, your country or any other country. It is what it is. As a result, it's safe to say that this has never happened before. Soon enough, we'll know the answer. What they are really talking about is the possibility of an alt season for all cryptocurrencies and digital tokens following a favorable decision in the SEC versus Ripple case. No, it's not completely insane. But I do want to clarify something before we go any further. No, I don't come from a moneyed family. You should not buy or sell anything based on what I say or write because I am not giving financial advice. Just a hobbyist here who occasionally posts videos to YouTube on various crypto-related topics. As I write this, a single XRP is worth 54 cents. With a market cap of $28,600 and an asset class value of $1.20 trillion, Bitcoin is once again the most valuable asset. This place has seen relatively little chaos over the past 24 or so hours, if not closer to 48. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index, which is updated daily, currently stands at 63 out of a possible 100. In the intervening 26 minutes, it could have gone up or down, but I wouldn't be surprised if it stayed about where it is now. Yes, I did mean to mention this briefly. This is another one of your headlines for the day. Stellar XLM, an alternative to XRP, has seen its price increase by 20% in the past 5 days. Okay, I'll admit it, I'd been ignoring Stellar. I've mentioned this a few times over the years, but there are times when it moves in tandem with XRP. Despite the fact that I have XLM and am optimistic about it, I haven't given it much thought since I acquired it in 2017. Unfortunately, most of my cryptos don't enter my mind very often. There are about 30 different coins in my collection, but I still wanted to bring it up. In the past week, it's increased by 26%. Since XRP has been on a notable run, it is interesting to see that XRP has been following suit to some extent. Again, whether it makes sense or not, markets and speculators have treated XRP and Stellar similarly at times over the years. This is not to say that there is always a correlation between the two. However, there are times when you think, okay, that cannot just be a coincidence. Right. And this isn't the place where I'd expect to find it. More importantly, though, when it comes to altcoins in general, and I don't know if this is going to happen, nobody knows for sure because we're in uncharted waters here. Nobody knows for sure. As long as there is clarity for XRP, I believe markets will consider that a major win, even if Ripple technically loses on any number of counts in the SEC v Ripple case. And I predict XRP will surge dramatically. It's possible the price goes through the roof in a hurry. Don't try to predict the market. To be honest, I have no idea where the price is headed, but it wouldn't surprise me if it dropped. Given that we've been in bearish territory for most of this year, I wouldn't be shocked if it led to a new all-time high. There's no need to worry that we'll finally be out of the woods in the second or third quarter of 2022. In fact, we've long since passed that point. Therefore, this is not the worst time for such a bombshell to finally drop. Still, that's what it boils down to. I have a hunch that many cryptocurrency holders, including those who don't own XRP, will feel elated by this news. I alluded to this possibility the other day. However, I believe that the majority of transactions will be conducted in XRP, as it should be, since XRP will be the only coin that at that time actually has legal backing. The remainder of the coins. Take your pick of any large-cap cryptocurrency. In most cases, it is irrelevant whether or not other people are enthusiastic about the same thing that my family and I are. Some of that emotion is understandable, but you lack clarity. XRP holders have been subjected to this nonsense for over 2 years at this point. That's why our coin has such an advantage over the competition. Everyone in this group, everyone who owns XRP, is way ahead of the game. You're on your own if the SEC comes after your coin. There are still some tough years ahead of him. This annoying thing is almost over with. It's possible we'll get bad news at the end, but I have a strong feeling that the good news will outweigh it. This article covered a lot of ground, but I wanted to draw attention to a specific point they made about XRP, perpetual futures, open interest, and how that number has more than doubled this week on bets that a possible victory in Ripple's lawsuit against the US SEC will trigger an alt season. I believe the Twitter account in question is called Kiko, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. So, that's basically what I've been saying all along. Just the other day, I made a video in which I outlined the various dynamics at play. I won't go over that again, but I think it's safe to say that this is the main factor at play here. In my opinion, that is the most logical conclusion to draw. However, I believe that the most straightforward solution applies here. And if the news is good, as I hope it is, we can expect a lot of excitement on the day it is announced. Fireworks are guaranteed regardless of the outcome, as even if the news is bad, the opposite is guaranteed. There won't be any explosions, but there will be a very dramatic turn of events. You could call it fireworks, but it would be a negative kind of fireworks. However, a significant decline is expected here. I also wanted to bring it to your attention because my friend and fellow YouTuber, Crypto Eddie, recently gave me some fresh info that I think will be useful to you. This is something she tweeted about, but it's something I was just talking about again the day before. So, I thought I'd bring it up. So here we have an article published today that essentially repeats what I wrote about yesterday. You wrote the headline, after all. Today marks the day that the XRP/KRW exchange rate on Korean exchanges reaches its all-time high. And I was just talking about this in a video yesterday, but Crypto, another XRP YouTuber, has some additional interesting facts to share. In case you missed Eddie and my recent observation, I'll quickly mention that in 2017 I was aware of the widespread adulation and excitement surrounding XRP in particular. When it first began is a mystery to me. Perhaps it started before I got into crypto in November 2017, when I made my first investment. However, there is a great deal of fervor and volume. To be honest, I forgot the exact figures, but it seems that buoyancy is widespread. Nonetheless, as I said in a video, it appears to be growing. Look at this, too. This morning, crypto industry insider Eddie tweeted that on December 17, 2017, XRP jumped 89% in a single day, with over 40% of trading volume coming from South Korea. Wow, that's serious, you guys. For whatever reason, XRP has attracted a lot of attention and enthusiasm in South Korea. On that particular day, 40% of all trading volume came from the country. In a word, yes. It's interesting all over the world, but especially in South Korea. Please take a moment to appreciate the fact that XRP rose by 89% in a single day. Imaginable, right? In light of the fact that this effectively doubles the original amount. XRP, what a concept. Like, I was there for the kind of reality where you wake up the next day and it's almost double what it was when you went to sleep. That event is etched in my memory. It was thrilling, and there wasn't much I needed to bring along. Back then, as of that time, I was only beginning my exploration of cryptography. I was still learning the ropes, so I wasn't about to invest a ton of money, and it was honestly pretty hard to get money into the space back then, what with the actual, rails to get money in that in conjunction with cryptocurrency exchanges, not accepting new customers because of the unexpected inflow of new customers being a whole thing. In contrast, in 2017 if you were involved in crypto you would have had to I wanted to emphasize that, though, because when XRP price does what it does, namely, mostly sideways price action for a long time, it can be easy to feel in the doldrums or down. It's great that the past few weeks have been so eventful. However, this is the typical pattern of past behavior. Also, the SEC does its part to artificially lower prices. When it goes, though, it really goes. When XRP dies, it dies hard. It might appear to be doing nothing, and then all of a sudden, something happens. Extreme rapidity is involved. I don't feel this way about XRP, but I know a lot of people do, and that's because most of the time you're holding it, it's not exciting or you're feeling kind of bored with it, or maybe it's not doing much if you're feeling like that anyway. It's perfectly normal to feel that way. After that, the next time it goes, it really goes. This is entirely possible. So that's why I'm giddier than usual about it. I'm more elated than usual because I'm sure that we've reached the conclusion of the SEC versus Ripple case. Wherein I have no idea when that news will be released now. We're crossing our fingers that it will fall today. It didn't, but the worst part is over now. When that happens, when we get the good news, which is what I expect to happen, at least for XRP, even if Ripple loses on any count, that's when this thing is going to really take off. So, wow, South Korea has the 14th largest population in Asia at 51 million, and it is responsible for 21% of XRP first-day volume. Thus, her answer is negative, and she goes on to explain that fiat currency usually refers to new money in circulation today. That means a lot of fresh capital is being invested in XRP. And this, just backs this idea of people really anticipating a big win for XRP holders, regardless of whether there is confidence in Ripple per se and anything that may come down on them. But if you look at the monitor, you'll see that I'm circling something on the screen. Rather than XRP, Judge Torres is a hot topic. As of late, XRP has become quite popular. It is time to pass judgment on Torres. Okay, away we go. Drop to the ground now. Okay, now you have it. Whatever the case may be, it shifted lower. As I was finishing up, I noticed that Judge Torres had suddenly become a Twitter trend. How long has it been since the phrase freaking judge became a social media trend? If anything like that has ever happened before, I have no idea. Perhaps that has already occurred. Certainly not in crypto, where I haven't looked. The stakes are high here. The word is out, and customers are paying up. It's natural to feel a little anxious about your XRP holdings right now, despite the fact that we live in incredibly exciting times. I'll be honest, there is a tiny part of me that's terrified. It's possible that the judge will make a terrible decision, but I'm still holding out hope. So, let's wait and see what develops. What's the deal, though? We're all in this together, and soon we'll know the truth. And if the worst comes to pass, we'll still be here for each other. In the end, we'll prevail. As expected, an appeal will result in a new ruling from the court. If this case goes all the way to the Supreme Court, you can bet your Moon family sedan will be there to support you. I won't be leaving anytime soon. I will not let Kim Jong-un's dictatorship force me to sell my XRP or other crypto holdings. No, I don't think so at all. I will not allow myself to be tricked in that way. I intend to keep making progress. But once more, I don't think things have gotten that far. I really don't think that's the case. Please don't think of me as a financial advisor. Nothing I say or write should be used as a basis for making financial decisions. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.